Is armor important? And how do you know if your armor is any good? Hey everyone, Bear Brownies here. I hope you're all having a great day. In this video, I will be explaining everything you need to know so that you can choose a first-rate piece of armor. If you are coming from my previous video, everything you need to know about weapons, you'll know that item rarity is broken down into 5 groups: common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The rarer your item is, the higher the base stats, durability, and number of additional stats you receive. For the sake of this video, we will only look at armor crafted with rare schematics, which is what you should be focusing on too. As for why I won't be talking about armor crafted from uncommon or epic schematics, this is because uncommon schematic armor does not provide set bonuses and is incredibly difficult to craft a piece of epic quality armor. The opposite is true for epic schematic based armor. They provide some pretty cool set bonuses, and you can only craft epic or legendary grade armor. However, procuring epic schematics is either extremely expensive or time consuming, meaning that if you were to go for a set bonus of 2 or 4, it will be incredibly expensive to not only craft that armor, but to recondition it when the item can no longer be repaired. Quick note, for those of you who aren't aware, you should only recondition armor or weapons when the durability is poor, even after repairing. This is because reconditioning a piece of armor requires the same resources as crafting a new piece of item. And even after reconditioning, you are left with only one item. Whereas if you were to craft a new piece of item, you can always salvage it or sell it, assuming you crafted an unbound item, which at least gives you something back compared to reconditioning. So the 3 sets of craftable armor with rare schematics are the light armor rogue set, medium armor Carnifex, and the heavy armor guardsman set. Just like weapons crafted from rare schematics, armor crafted from rare schematics have the chance of being either rare, epic, or legendary. More importantly than just base stats being higher is the number of additional stats you receive with a rarer item. Rare provides 2 additional bonuses, epic 3, and legendary 4. This only applies to crafted items, so make sure to ignore or throw away any item provided to you as a drop from a match-made game, as they are simply not good. Therefore, when you are looking for armor, you should always pick up a crafted set which is epic or greater. Armors are broken down into the helmet, body, gloves, and boots. All 4 pieces of armor provide stats in piercing, slashing, and blunt defense. Only the body and boots provide health. The helmet provides critical defense, which decreases the chances of someone critting on you, and the gloves provide critical value, which increases the chances of you hitting a critical hit. There doesn't seem to be much information available on how critical value affects your percentage chance of critting. However, it is shown by the developers that the critical value is the chance for you to crit after you subtract the critical defense of your target. Additional stats you can receive from crafted armor are as follows: health, any 3 of the defense stats, critical defense, critical value, and leadership. Leadership is the most desirable stat in armor. With the maximum roll of 25, it is theoretically possible to have a set of armor which provides 800 leadership. Since there are so many stats to roll when crafting a piece of armor, 7 in total, it is incredibly difficult to craft armor which provides leadership. Therefore, any piece of armor which provides 10 leadership or higher is considered great, regardless of quality. The optimal number of leadership to have, at least in my opinion, is 740. This allows you to either run 3 tier 4 units or a tier 5, tier 4, and tier 3 unit warband. As for defensive stats and additional health, the kind of numbers you can roll depends on the class of the armor. Here are some guidelines for good stat rolls for each class, as not all legendary items are crafted equal. For rogue armor, it is great if you can roll stats between 10 and 20 with additional health of 300. And for Carnifex armor, you are looking to roll additional defensive stats of between 20 and 30 with additional health of 300 or greater. Finally, for Guardsman, what would be considered a good defensive stat roll would be anything between 30 and 40 or greater, with 500 or more additional health. Do note that unless you are running the Guardsman armor, you are not really prioritizing defensive stats, as you will be squishy regardless of how great your medium or light armor is. This is especially true for the rogue armor, which should be looking for additional critical value where possible. Although I cannot really speak for non-heavy armor sets as I have no experience, when you are looking for a good set of Guardsmen, you should be looking for total defensive stats of 800 or greater. This is the value given when including the 120 set bonus minus any points in your armor attribute times by 3. If you can achieve this with total leadership of 740 or greater, you have an exceptional heavy armor set. One interesting thing you can do is to mix and match different sets for set bonuses. For example, the armor you can buy from the season shop provides a slightly different set bonus from those crafted. So you can run 2 pieces of crafted Carnifex and 2 pieces of Blizzard armor to essentially have the 2-piece set bonus applied twice. I don't really recommend doing this unless you are bored and are working towards some great crafted armor. To summarize, always pick a crafted armor set of epic quality or greater, crafted from Rare Schematics. Don't use epic schematics to craft armor. It is more efficient to use these schematics to craft a weapon instead. Prioritize leadership, as armor is the only way you can get additional leadership, with 740 leadership being optimal. For heavy armor, look for sets which provide 700 or greater armor after removing your base stats. If you are looking to be tanky, make sure your total armor, including your base stats, is 1000 or higher. I find that anything below 900 to still be relatively squishy, although anything between 900 and 1000 is pretty good. For light and medium armor, focus solely on leadership with the best possible stats. And finally, always craft a new item instead of reconditioning unless you are repairing. This allows you to keep legendary armor pieces you may come across which does not have leadership but is situationally better to use in territory wars, death matches, duels, and free battles. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more like this, make sure to subscribe and like the video to help my channel grow. I stream regularly on Twitch, so make sure to drop by and say hello. You can find the link in the description below. And as always, I hope you have a lovely day.